yesterday we discussed as to how Gobo was saying and admiring his son and telling him as to how his hairs are much longer than the tail of Dobbin. Dobbin, who was Dobbin? The Phil horse. Launcelot, it should seem that Dobbin's tail grew backward, and I am sure he had more hair of his tail than I have of my face when I last saw him. What Launcelot says, Launcelot tries to deny the fact what his father told him. He told him that his hairs are much longer than that of the Dobbin's tail, that is his Phil horse. Now what he says that it seems कि जो डॉबिन की टेल है वो बैकवर्ड ग्रो करती है एंड हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल कि मेरे जो बियर्ड के हेयर्स हैं वो उसके टेल से ज़्यादा बड़े हों. It should seem that Dobbin's tail grows backward. It seemed that Dobbin's tail grew backward, and I am sure he had more hair of his tail than I have of my face when I last saw him. And he says that he is very much sure that he had more hair of his tail, that his tail is comparatively more longer. His tail is comparatively more longer than the hairs of my beard, than the hairs of my face. Gobo, Lord, how are you changed? How does you and thy master agree? Underline. How does you and your master agree? I have brought him a present. How agree you now? What Gobo says, like you have changed a lot. You have changed a lot. तुम्हारी और तुम्हारे मास्टर की कैसी एसोसिएशन है, किस तरीके की रिलेशनशिप तुम दोनों के बीच में है. लॉर्ड, हाउ आर यू चेंज? यू हैव चेंज अ लॉट. हाउ डज यू एंड योर मास्टर अग्री? हाउ डज यू एंड योर मास्टर अग्री? व्हाट इज योर रिलेशनशिप along with your master? What sort of relationship you have along with your master? I have brought him a present. How agree you now? I have brought a present for him. I have brought a present for him. It should, Launcelot, well, but mine own part, as I have set up my mind to run away, so I will not rest till I have some ground. My master's is a very Jew. Give him a present, give him a halter. I am famished in his service, and you may tell every finger I have with my ribs. Father, I am glad you come here. Give me your present to one Master Bassanio, who indeed give rare new liveries. If I serve not him, I'll run as far as God has any ground. लॉन्सलेट क्या कहता है, जहाँ तक मेरा और शार्लॉक के रिलेशनशिप का सवाल है, मैंने अपने माइंड को प्रिपेयर कर लिया है कि मैं अब बिल्कुल भी उसके साथ काम नहीं करूँगा. यहाँ से एस्केप करूँगा, यहाँ से भाग जाऊँगा और तब तक भागता रहूँगा जब तक मुझे कोई ओपन ग्राउंड नहीं मिल सकता. तुम उसके लिए प्रेजेंट लेके आए हो, उसको एक रोप दे दो जिससे वो अपने आप को हैंग कर ले. लेकिन अगर तुम्हें प्रेजेंट देना ही है तो तुम बेसानियों को देना, क्योंकि मैं उसकी सर्विस को ज्वाइन करना चाहता हूँ. एंड ही इज़ अ वेरी गुड मास्टर एंड गिव न्यू लिवरीज दैट इज यूनिफॉर्म्स टू हिज सर्वेंट्स. Launcelot, but for mine own part, as I have set up my rest to run away, I have made up my mind to run away. I have made up my mind to run away, so I will not rest till I have run some ground. I will not take rest till I will find some place. I will not take rest till I will find some place. My master is a very Jew. My master is really a cruel Jew. My master, that is Shylock, is really a cruel Jew. Give him a present, give him a halter. You want to give him a present, give him a halter. Halter is rope to hang himself. I am famished in his service. I am tired in his service. You may tell every finger I have with my ribs. I am so tired in his service. I have become so lean and thin that you can count my ribs with your finger. That you can count my ribs with your finger. Father, I am glad you are come. Give me your present to one Master Bassanio. Father, I am really happy that you have come. If you want to give the present, give it to Master Bassanio, who indeed gives rare new liveries. If I serve not him, I will run as far as God has any ground. So he says, if I serve not him, I will run as far as God has any ground. If I won't be able to serve Bassanio, I will have to escape from here. If I won't be able to serve Bassanio, I will have to escape from here. Oh rare fortune, here comes the man. Rare fortune, जैसे ये दोनों बात कर रहे होते हैं तो क्या कहते हैं, देखो अचानक से सामने से Bassanio आ जाता है. So what he says, oh rare fortune, here comes the man. Here comes the man to him, father. To him, father. Why he says to him? If you want to give the present, give it to him. Father, for I am a Jew. If I serve Jew any longer, I will convert myself into a Jew if I will be serving Jew any longer. If I will be further there within the service of Jew, I shall be converting myself into Jew. Well, but for mine own part, I am repeating the speech as I have set up my rest to run away. Launcelot says that I have made up my mind in order to escape. I have made up my mind to escape, so I will run away. So I will not rest till I have run some ground. I will definitely not take rest till I'll find some place. My master is a very Jew. My master is a cruel Jew. Give him a present, give him a halter. You want to give him a present, give him a rope. I am famished in his service. I am really tired in his service. You may tell every finger I have with my ribs. I have become so lean and thin in his service that you can count my ribs with your fingers. Father, I am glad you are come. Give me your present to the one master beside you. Father, I am really happy that you have come. If you want to give the present, give it to Master Bassanio, who indeed gives rare new liveries, who gives rare new uniforms. If I serve not him, I will run as fast as God has any ground. If I won't be able to serve him, I shall be running to those far off distances till I find any ground. Oh, rare fortune, here comes the man. To him, father. He says rare fortune because while they were talking, Bassanio enters, and what he says that give him the present. For I am a Jew. If I serve the Jew any longer, I will be making myself a Jew if I shall be serving Jew any longer. Bassanio, you may do so, but let it be so hasted that supper be ready by at the farthest. Now here Bassanio is talking to his servant. अभी ये उस पार्टी की प्रिपरेशन कर रहा है जो हमने एक्ट 1 सीन 1 में देखा था. Lorenzo Salanio Salarino ने बोला था like we all are going like strangers and we should arrange a party and should enjoy. So you may do so, but let it be so hasted that supper be ready farthest by 5 o'clock. So Bassanio is instructing his servant that dinner should be ready by 5 o'clock. See these letters delivered, put the liveries to making and desire Gratiano, underline this, to come to my lodging. So he instructs his servant in order to distribute the letters, put the liveries to making, put the uniforms for making, and desire Gratiano to come and on to my lodging, and ask Gratiano to come to my place. Ask Gratiano to come to my place. You may do so, but let it be so hasted. You may do so, but it should be done in such a manner that supper be ready at farthest by 5 o'clock, that dinner should be ready by 5 o'clock. See these letters delivered. These letters should be properly delivered. Uniforms should be properly put to make, and ask Gratiano to come to lodging. So this speech forms one question. What question is found by this speech? That he says, what were the instructions given by Bassanio? The instructions that were given by Bassanio were to prepare the supper, to distribute the letters, and ask Gratiano to come to his place. Launcelot. Exit a servant, to him father. What Launcelot says? That you want to give him the present, give it to him. Gobbo. God bless your worship, Bassanio Gramercy. Would you ought with me? He says Gramercy is thanks, way of saying thanks. Would thou ought with me? What you have to do with me? What you have to do with me? Gobbo, here's my son, a poor boy. Launcelot, not a poor boy, but a rich Jew's man. That would serve as my father shall specify. Now, Gobbo introduces Launcelot thereby saying he is a poor boy, my son. Now, here Launcelot again started playing with the pun of words. What he said? He said, I'm not a poor boy, I'm a rich Jew's man. मैं गरीब नहीं हूँ. Poor, like उसने कहा ये मेरा बेचारा बेटा. Here what he says that not a poor boy, but I am a rich Jew's man. As my father shall specify, as my father shall speak.